What's up? James Saylor, episode 2, the intro, if you will. New levels bring new devils. Behind me right now, the same background that you saw during some of the reels, but not the same background you saw in episode 1. Also, episode 1, there's some geek there with a shirt and tie on. Not a geek, that guy's devilishly handsome. Quick background, and we will go into far more detail in this upcoming episode here. I started this podcast because I wanted to help people. Because I want to help people, and I want to help people who want to win, but also not be ashamed of it. There's no need to apologize for winning. So that's where this thing come from. And at that point in time, my office was great, my clinic was great, my building was great, my family was great, everything was doing great. So let's do something else great. Let's start a podcast. Between episode 1, which you saw last week, and episode 2, which you're going to see this week, shit hit the fan. Basically, my neighbor's place flooded, and it flooded into my place here. So the background in this next episode is going to be in the back of my truck because there's stuff going on here. Now, the reason for this podcast still stands. I still want to help people, and I still want to help people who feel that they've been forced to be ashamed of winning. But this is going, and it's going the same direction. But man, between episode 1 and episode 2 and where I'm currently sitting today as I'm recording this, the drive, the spite meter is full. I think you're going to see why. So again, without further ado, and with no apology for winning, I introduce to you episode 2 of Fueled by Spite.
What the hell's going on out here?
Fueled by Spite. Recording number 2. I don't know if this is going to be episode number 2, but this is the recording number 2. If this turns into a video thing, which is the intent here, you're going to see the video. You're going to see the background is different. Why is that? First video is recorded from my office. This video, recording from my truck. Why? Well, because there's a lot of noise going on in my office right now. Why is there a lot of noise going on in your office right now? Because they're doing a remodel. Why are they doing a remodel? Funny story. A pipe burst in my neighbor's suite. Found it on Christmas. I left the office at 12 o'clock the Friday before Christmas. Went home, did some pre-Christmas stuff, did Christmas Eve stuff on Saturday. Folks were in town. Woke up, opened presents from Santa on Sunday. Ate some breakfast, sat around. Got a phone call at about 2 p.m. on Sunday of Christmas Day. Hey, we got water. So I came back to the office. And we got water. My neighbor's a dentist. He burst 3 pipes. He had 3 or 4 inches of water in his place. Went underneath the wall into my place. I had about 1 inch or so. But they had to demo basically the bottom 1/5 of my entire office. The carpet, the floor, the tile, 2 or 3 feet of sheetrock all around every wall in the place. Anything that was on the floor is lost. So whatever. Long story short, office is going through a remodel right now. It's kind of noisy. It's not a environment conducive to recording a podcast. So here we are. But work has to get done. Why? Because it said so. Because I'm keeping score. I'm fueled by spite. This is a perfect example of fueled by spite. So again, I said my neighbor burst a pipe. His water became my water. We shared the water. It's our water. It ruined our spaces. I was unable to perform work or services for 7 days. 7 working days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Right after we found the pipe burst, I'm out of the office. The following Monday, Tuesday, I'm out of the office. The following Wednesday, so Sunday to Sunday is 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 days after the pipe burst, I'm in my office helping people. He's not. My neighbor's not. He's been dragging his feet on this whole thing. He's been trying to get different quotes for different processes and procedures that need to be done. It doesn't matter, dude. Insurance is going to take care of it. Well, I want to get quotes. Why do you want to get a quote? Insurance is going to take care of it. You don't have to pay for it. Well, I want to get quotes. Do you want to get quotes? Or are you trying to play some game? Throughout this whole thing, as we've gotten back into the office and back into work and back into practice, one of the things people have said to me most often, not most often, most surprisingly, is I can't believe how positive you are, Dr. Taylor. I feel like that's not the emotion I'm giving off right now. I feel like I'm talking a little bit more less than positive, for lack of a better word. But a lot of people said it because I've updated my patients, I've updated our website, our social media stuff, I've updated everything. And everyone comes into the office because we're working through all this. Patients are coming in, they're seeing drywall, they're seeing other people doing work, they're seeing mudding and taping get put up. And they're like, I can't believe you're being so positive through this. It's literally the only option I have. It's not the only option, but the other options suck. Okay, this thing happened. The office flooded through no fault of my own, through no fault of my neighbors. It was nobody's fault. So there's nothing we can do to change it. So why get pissed off and upset about something you can't change? It's just a complete waste of time then. So I'm in a chiropractic office performing chiropractic services with no carpet, a whole bunch of dust. I'm having to beat the table between every patient visit because there's dust all over the place. But we're seeing people, we're helping people. The first 3 days we were back open, we had the same patient volume that we always had. It was like we never left. The amount of times I heard, I like what you've done with the place, is nauseating. But this needs to be done. Like, I have an obligation. I have an obligation to my patients. I have an obligation to the girls that I employ. Because if they don't have a job, then they don't have money. If they don't have money, they have bills to pay. I need to make sure that they can pay their bills. I have an obligation to my family. We got a pretty sweet house. So thing needs to be paid for. For a hot second, I live on a good day 3 minutes from home. On a bad day, 5 minutes. If I hit the 3 stoplights between here and there. Fun fact, if you're watching the video, if this makes it to video, it's 3 to 5 minutes to my left. When the place flooded, I came down here, I took a look, I assessed the situation. If anyone is a former Dan Cook fan. Went back home, I got a shop vac for some stupid reason. I came back down here with my shop vac, I think it's a DeWalt. And I plugged it in and I hooked it up and I turned it off because it was fucking stupid. I wasn't going to make a dent with the shop vac. It was on that drive home to get the shop vac that I think if someone had talked to me, there would have been a quiver in my voice and the road was a little blurry because I was tearing up. But then when I got home, I got the shop vac, I came back down, I plugged it in, realized it was a waste of time. But that right there, that mile between the 2 stoplights was about all the bad emotion I had about this. Because it doesn't do anything. It does absolutely nothing to be upset about this. So what do I have to do? I can't change it, so I have to work through it. That's it. I mean, there are other people that this would happen to that they would still be out. I'm not those people. I've got shit to do. I've got people that count on me, and I can't let them down. Said in episode 1, I think we should keep score. You know how my girls keep score if I'm doing a good job? If their check clears. Right now, it's clearing through the services that I provide, through the work that I have done and I'm going to do. Now, I'm going to get reimbursed by that from the insurance company. But right now, that insurance money isn't coming in. Dr. Taylor provides. Dr. Taylor keeps score. Those girls keep score. They're keeping score with their bank accounts. Their bank accounts are funded by me. I have to do the work because people depend on me. Patients depend on me to make them feel better. If I'm not at work, people are at home just either wallowing in misery or popping a bunch of pills. If I'm not at work, my girls don't make money. Then their bills go unpaid. I'm keeping score because they're keeping score. The thing is, their scorecard has their lives on it, and that's dependent on what I do. Blows my mind that there are people out there that don't do the work. They really don't do the work. They don't take the pride in whatever it is they're doing. They don't do the work. Throughout the remodel, throughout the demolition of my space, I was here every day, every single day. Even there are days when a bunch of those days, I'm not a demolitionist. My drywall skill is subpar at best. I can offer no physical manual labor type help, but I was still here. Like I said, my neighbor's suite was the one whose pipe burst. He wasn't here. He wasn't here a lot of days. I was here answering questions for him as his representative, self-appointed. I was the one that was here. I'm the reason that his space is moving forward because I'm tracking down the phone numbers and the voicemails. I don't get it. I keep score, and I'm winning because that's my option. Option is to win, and to do that, shit, I'm gonna be positive the whole way. I made a post about this. I had a patient once who literally broke up with me. She wrote me a letter because I was too positive and it annoyed her. Fine, bye. I've said it before. There are patients that I'm never going to get well because if I get well, they've got nothing to talk about. They like to come in and complain. You can't live like that. This is the 11th day of the year. The entire first week, I didn't work the first 2 days and then came back in and we got off and running. And this is in no way, shape, or form the way it was before Christmas happened. And now we're off and running, and I guarantee we're still performing better. We're still one of the best chiropractic offices in DFW. This is still going to be one of the best podcasts in DFW because there's work that needs to be done. And if there's one thing I can do, it is literally get shit done. Somebody asked me once, what's your superpower? I don't know. I get shit done, and I get it done really well. And I get it done where most people won't or can't or refuse to. And I don't understand people who aren't like that. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know if this was a podcast or a rant or some sort of cathartic experience, but literally it's what needed to be said. I said it's maybe not that positive tone that people have complimented me on so much, but still it needed to be done, needed to be said. Shit, I don't know. The end. No, not the end. Fueled by spite. Why did I do this also? Because I knew there were people that saw that my office flooded and they said, he deserves it. Fuck you. And somebody told me once, if you talk about all your successes and all your accolades and all the great stuff you do, you are inviting humbling circumstances. Is that what this is? Because I'm not humbled. I'm driven. I'm driven to do even better. I'm driven to do better than most people would in a perfect situation, and I'm going to. Talking about your successes brings humbling circumstances? Bullshit. You're allowed to celebrate yourself. You're allowed to celebrate your own successes. Because if you don't do it, why should anyone else? People saw that my office flooded and they said, I guarantee it. It's going to happen to a better guy. He deserved it. Fuck you. My place is still better than yours. I'm okay with a little bit of spite. I'm okay with keeping score. This was a fun episode. We'll see you next time. See what that background looks like. Right here on Fueled by Spite.